Have you ever wanted to change the owner of one of your PowerApp's apps, or maybe a whole bunch of apps? Maybe someone just left the company because they won the lottery or something crazy like that, and now all of a sudden you're like, hey, I want to change the owner from the person that created all of them to this new account. Well, in today's quick Thursday tip, we're going to use PowerShell to make these changes for you. Talk a little bit about permissions, how to get some apps, and just a couple of quick things with the PowerApp's PowerShell that'll make your life better. But first, here's our intro. Hi, my name is Shane Young with PowerApps 911. Those guys. And in this new video format we call Quick Thursday Tips, we're going to do a quick little 5 to 10 minute overview of some PowerShell that you guys can use to change permissions, manage ownership, and things like that in your PowerApps environments without having to do a lot of sweating. So let's just switch over to my desktop, dive into it, and learn some cool PowerShell tricks. All right, so we're going to jump right into PowerShell. I'm going to assume you have familiarity with PowerShell and you've installed the PowerApps PowerShell. If you don't have either of those, there's videos either linked in here, down in the description, that can get you started. But I'm going to assume you understand all that and you just want to learn these commandlets. So the very first commandlet that I want you to learn about is that we need to figure out the ID of the user that we're trying to find the apps for. So in this case, I can do Get-UsersOrGroupsFromGraph. And then if you just add on to here the search string, and if we say Shane, right, it's me, it's going to jump in. Now, if you haven't authenticated, it's going to force you to log in. So I'll do that real quick. And there you go. I logged in, and you can see sometimes with this command, you get this weird invoke request error. It's not a big deal. It's a get. I don't know. I reported it as a bug. They said they fixed it. They didn't fix it. So whatever. Who cares? So I scroll back up here though, because what I'm really after is I need to have the object ID. So I can't go after Shane. I need to get his object ID. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to right click on it, which in most PowerShell windows will do a copy. And so if we right click, that would paste it in. Very cool. And I'm going to save that into a variable. And so I'm going to call that var new owner, because what we're going to do is we're going to set Chewy's apps to be owned by me. And we'll put it in quotes like this. And so then now we've got a variable. Oh, not that variable. We've got a variable right there that is storing the var new owner. Okay. So that gets us the first piece. We need the owner. Now, I also need to get Chewy's, so I would just hit up a couple times here, and I'm going to change this search and say search for Chewy. Same type of error, we don't care, but look, there's Chewy's object ID, so we're going to copy this. And then what we're going to do with this is we're going to say var, we're going to call this current owner, right? Because Chewy's the person who won the lottery. He gets to take more naps, if you can believe that's possible. And so then now if we paste that in like that, we now have that in a variable as well. Boom. Okay, so we've got the two user object IDs. So now what we want to do is there is a PowerShell commandlet called Get-AdminPowerApp. And so with this, if you do -owner, and then we can just use var current owner, that is going to go and find all of the Power Apps that are owned by Chewy. Now this might take a few seconds to run, depending on how many apps you have in your environment, but it will run, so I'll hit pause when it does. Now, because it's like pulling teeth to get Chewy doing work, he's only built one app the entire time he's been here. And you can see the app is here, and there is the app name, which is actually an ID. It's not the name you expected. If he'd had 20 apps like me, or 200 I think I have, all of them would have been returned as objects. But in this case, it just returned the one that he has. Makes our testing go a little faster. So now we know how to use that to get it. Now what I want to do is I'm going to show you the full script, right? This is the last one you got to learn, but you're going to have to kind of understand it. So we're going to hit CLS here to clear it out. Okay, so what you're going to see here is we're going to say, all right, get admin power app owner var current owner. So get all the apps that Chewy owns. And then in PowerShell terms, we're saying, hey, send those objects over here. And for every one of those objects, we're going to loop through them. And the first thing we're going to do is set the admin power app owner of the app name, the app that we're looping through at the time. We're going to set the owner to be var new owner, which we know is me. So it'll make me the owner of all the apps. And it needs to know the environment name. And so that's just already bolted in there, so we don't have to mess with it. Cool. Then we're going to say Set-AdminPowerAppRoleAssignment. Because if you run this script, just that one commandlet, what will happen is it'll make me the owner, and it would make Chewy just a regular user. But a lot of times, especially if you're reclaiming apps that are being ran by someone in your environment today, you want to also make them a co-owner. You just want to change it so you were listed as the owner. So in that case, you're going to use Set-AdminPowerAppRoleAssignment. And for the app, that same app, same environment. And then the role name is we're going to say give Chewy can edit. What type of user is he? He's a user. and then what is his ID, and then there's that variable again. Now, if you're like, hey, but what if I wanted to make Chewy only a user? Well, that would have happened automatically, so you wouldn't have had to. But what's important to understand is you can go over here to role name, and you can hit tab. So can edit to role, can view with share, and can edit. So those are different roles that we can give Chewy. So that's important. Same type of thing, principal type. Get rid of user, so that you can assign permissions to security groups, tenant, or the user. You just need to have the object ID. So remember with PowerShell, you can do tab complete. That's a quick way to kind of learn and find out what other options are available. That's how I explore and do all this. So if we check real quick over here in the browser, we're logged in as Chewy, right? We can see Chewy's cute little face here. So he is currently the owner of this app. And if we go to share, we'll see it's just Chewy, right? He kept it all for himself. How rude. So we'll switch back over to our PowerShell. We will run the script. And there you go. After a few seconds, we get this real weird nondescript info back. These are good signs that everything happened the way we wanted. Because now if we go back over here and we do a refresh, we'll see that Shane is the owner now. But if Chewy goes in here to share, Chewy is now the co-owner, right? Because co-owner is can edit. So there you go. With just a little bit of gumption, we are able to do our PowerShell. Now keep in mind, if you're copying this, right, it's real easy to make typos. So double check yourself here. Use tab complete as much as possible. Or if you're a subscriber over to training.powerapps911.com, the curated library, then in there where you can watch this video without all the other pieces, you have it in the organized library, you can also download this code directly so you don't have to type any of it in, you can just use it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this quick Thursday tip. I'm still going to keep making all the long format videos. I have over 100 of those on just Power Apps alone, but now we're also going to start doing these weekly videos of 5 to 10 minute videos on just quick little things that I wanted to teach you guys. So I hope you enjoyed. And with that, I'm going to say thanks and have a great day. Before you go, be sure to click on the subscribe button over here so that way you'll be notified when new videos come out. If you need any help or you want to work together, whether your problem's big or small, check us out at PowerApps911. We do it all. I rhymed. Or if you're looking for more formal training offerings, we have those linked up here somewhere. So check them out. Thanks and have a great day.